Hey family, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. Let me put the disclaimer in here. Take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a timeless reading. Could have already happened, could be happening now, could happen in the future. This can also be used as a manifestation reading. All you have to do is claim it for your own. My information is in the description below if you'd like to work with me. Astrology, twin flame stuff, and more. I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit, so I don't use any cards or anything like that. I sometimes will say divine feminine, and I mean divine masculine, and vice versa. We all have masculine and feminine energies in us, so use those terms as they make sense in your situation. Um, if there's anything I left out, I will try to sprinkle it in as I go along. Let me get into the reading. Let me go in. So, um, one thing that has popped up recently has been um, new opportunities are coming your way. Could be divine masculine, divine feminine, or both. But as you recently got a new divine masculine, a new lover coming into your life, or it could have been a new divine feminine that walked into your life seemingly out of nowhere. Um, you have gotten, you are already in a place of abundance, and it seems like you got even more abundance coming in because of it. And whereas before you might have been in a situation with the masculine where you felt like it's kind of you're unhappy, you don't feel good, you're always complimenting them, they're not complimenting you, you're always giving and they're just receiving usually, and if they are giving, I mean, they're not necessarily emotionally available, so they can't really give the way that you want them to, but they're also kind of keeping you holding on. So they're not telling you you should move on because they are too focused or focus more on their career, on, other things in their life and not love necessarily. And maybe they're afraid to even open their heart as much as they have because they're afraid that you're going to hurt them. And so they don't want you to know that you hurt them or can hurt them. They don't want you to know that they're vulnerable. They don't want you to know that you've gotten closer to them than anyone. They don't want you to know that they constantly think about you, that they fantasize about you, that they dream about you, that they hear songs and they, think about you, that they go places and they think they see you there and you might be at a distance from each other, but they feel like so much of their life revolves around you. And it's, since you came into their life, their energy has been so much better and they've been feeling better and they had a glow up and they're looking amazing. You're looking amazing. And it's not, that for so long, it's not that you weren't reaping the benefits too, as in you glowed up, that you've been successful, that you've been inspired, that there's been a lot of good that came out of it, but not as good as it could. And this new divine masculine is really showing you how great it can be if you're with a partner who is fully emotionally available, that they're present, that they want to pour into you, that they want to share, they want to communicate, they want you to share, they want to spend time with you, they want to take you places, they want to do things, they can't wait, to share with you, they can't wait to hold you or hug you. They Now there is a lot of passion. Now I think you had a lot of passion with the last masculine as well, but it felt different because the partner that you're with right now has so much abundance in a different way attached to them. And so not only is it more like, and with your previous partner, maybe, you felt the passion, but it was more like they didn't want there to be passion. And so they were trying to hold back, but they couldn't. And so you would still see the passion coming out, but with the new partner, with the new divine masculine or feminine, use the terms as they make sense, but you're feeling the passion, but they're not holding back. Like one of the first things that they'll do is show passion. And then when they see you are kind of not used to it, they'll pull back a little bit, and then they're like, okay, no, they'll come out with it again. If you're okay with it, they can be okay with expressing it because you were the one for so long expressing the passion, the love, the energy with your partner, and they loved it so much and they tried a lot to give it back to you. But if it did feel like it was more like a restrained passion, or like they didn't really want to show this to you, or this is, maybe they're a little ashamed of it, because of the people around them, and maybe what the people around them encourage them to do, which is be more rigid, be more rule oriented, and not get into their passionate side or the love, that they knew that they felt for you. um, they would hold back, but the new partner is not holding back, and they're saying, they, maybe other people say things about them because they are very passionate and they don't care. They're not afraid to cry, or they're not afraid to open up and share things with you. And that's what you've been looking for such a long time. But it's shocking for you that you are getting this coming into your life. And so you feel like you have to kind of pace yourself because you want to dive into it, but then that person is also, healing from, or having healed recently from the things that happened to them in the past, where maybe someone told them, you're too passionate, or you're too this, you're too that, you're too expressive, you shouldn't be crying, or you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. And even though they march the beat of their own drum and they do their own thing and they're not ashamed of it, there's a part of them that's like, well, am I going to get another partner that's going to do the same thing to me, because they don't want that. So they're kind of taking their time before they express too much to you, but they're seeing you express more. And so it encourages them to open up more and more, to the point where now they feel like, okay, they want they want to do more, but they're wondering what's the right time or what's the right thing to say. And they see that you're so beautiful and you're so successful, and financially, in business or your job, or you've got friends, or you got family that are close with, and you have other stuff that you do in your spare time to keep yourself busy. So you have hobbies, you have interests, you have things that you enjoy doing. You go places, you like to travel, and maybe the two of you are at a distance from each other, but they're working on, okay, how can I either come to you or you can come to me so that we can spend time together? Because what they really want is more of your time, some of your time. They want to be with you instead of being apart, whereas maybe your previous partner was more comfortable being at a distance, so they could kind of control their passions more with you, even though they knew they were in love with you, or loved you so much. It was still this thing of them trying to restrain themselves and trying to restrain you at times. And I don't mean like in a physical way or being abusive. I mean in a way that they're like, no, you need to not express too much, or you need to keep things under wraps. And then they would kind of encourage you to do it in public more. And then you're like, wait a minute, I thought this is not what you wanted. And you couldn't get a gauge for what they really were interested in. And so you seem like you're hot and cold, but it's not. It's the energy that you're getting from someone else, because you want to go full throttle, but they're like, hold on. And then they want to say, okay, now you could go full throttle, but you're like, I don't like that you're trying to control me and control a passion. It can't be controlled. So either you let me do whatever I'm going to do, or then I find someone who's a better fit for a partner for me. And I think that you found it in this new partner. And so again, you have to make a decision. Do you want the new partner? Do you want the previous partner? Because there are so many great things about the previous partner. Successfully, he's successful or she's successful, they're very serious about their work. They're brilliant. They look amazing physically, have great style. They're a leader. They're a boss. They have great energy too. but there's something, like I said, about them wanting to be controlling, wanting them to wanting you to refrain from things, or wanting to put this energy like a muzzle on you, when all you wanted to do was just show them that you love them. And I think it's tough for them because they have been through so many situations in the past where um, they were loving in a way that was passionate and like you, fiery, and someone else kind of rejected them or tried to shame them and make them feel bad because they were that passionate or that sensitive or that loving, kind. They're generous, opening their hearts financially, like taking care of people. And they felt like in the past people took advantage of them. And so they didn't want the same thing happening to them. And so they were kind of guarded with you when you were open hearted and saying, no, I want to give you everything. I'm going to love you. I want to be here for you. You're gentle, you're kind, you do whatever they ask you to do, and all this stuff. And you feel like because of the experiences that they had in the past, you feel like it wasn't fully appreciated, or they didn't reciprocate that. They did some, and then it got cut off, and you're like, well, you're not communicating what happened. So what changed all of a sudden? And there's certain unspoken rules that you don't know nothing about. They won't communicate it to you, or whatever it is. And so you feel like I'm never going to, maybe you felt like that, like you'll never get it. You'll never understand fully. You'll never, and they won't let you in fully. They'll let you in, and then if you do something that they think is wrong, then they shut it down. But you're wondering, well, what is it that I did? Because they won't tell you. It's always some kind of secret, or it's always like communication when it comes to business or friends or family, but not you, not in the romantic relationship. And you always got the sense that they're giving less and less, to the point where you feel like, well, what is the point in continuing in this when you know that you're not going to get everything? But with the new divine masculine or divine feminine, you are getting everything. They are opening up, they are being vulnerable, they are crying. Like I said, they want to take care of you, want to spend time with you, want to communicate, want to share, want you to share, want you to open up, want you to explore a lot of things with them. And they really want to explore your mind, they want to explore every part of you, and they want you to explore every part of them. They're sort of exciting and at fever pitch, but they're wondering, okay, if I really like let it all out, are they going to be able to handle it? Um, and they've been, called things before in the past, or someone's been judgmental toward them in the past when they have been, passionate fully the way that they want to be, physically, spiritually, all these different areas. Like they want to be friends with you, they want to grow spiritually with you, they want the two of you to, whatever it is, study the Bible together, or explore your spirituality together, or whatever. If they go to church, or if they don't go to church and they just want the two of you to read the Bible together, or they want the two of you to talk about religious philosophy and come to an agreement on things. Or if they want to have kids, they want to talk about how do we raise the kids together, or they want to talk about how do we build in business and in whatever our jobs or in our businesses, so that we can be the most successful. What's the best way to invest in? Like they want to really get into everything and open up everything so that they can explore and really build the best partnership they can. Um, when the two when people see the two of you together, they're amazed, because you are so beautiful, but you are so kind, so curious, so giving, so loving, so open, so passionate, so excited about life. You're so humble. um Really a different type of couple. And again, I've been talking about this. Twin flames, we have to change the template. We have to set an example for what we know relationships, unions, marriages can be. Because what's been going on, the way that people have been treating each other, interacting with each other, has not been working hasn't been kind, you've not been open hearted, you've not really genuinely loved each other. And when we do, like when we can feel each other's pain and we don't want to hurt each other and we want to be kind and generous and loving and giving to each other out of this understanding that that person is just like us and there is no separation, then that's the template, living, breathing, that we're trying to put out there as twin flames, as mirror souls. Now we know um, the new mirror soul is here, you know, and your new lover, where they're really a mirror of you. They're really reflecting things back to you so that you can see and then you can make changes. And if you just stay open to it and you're, you know, as much as possible, you're not defensive and you just keep working on all these areas, spiritual growth, physical health, um, emotional, social, mental, psychological, whatever, all these different areas of your health, working on making sure that your aura is clean and clear and closed so that nothing could get into it, making sure that you've got a balance so that you're taking care of yourself, surrounding yourself with good energy, making sure that you're working in all these different areas of your life and doing the best so that you can become your best self. And both of you are doing this together. And, you know, I've talked about it before. I know the video is getting kind of long. Um, I talked about it before. And if you remember Mel from Gold Ray Twin Flames, who's now passed on, really very sorry to lose him. But he talked about this, the bubble love phase. And I think it can last, in my opinion, it could last indefinitely. I think this is something that what he said was he believes that we could have more than one twin flame, and a lot of other people would disagree. I agree that you can have more than one twin flame or mirror soul. I think um, that once you're vibrating at a certain level, that you're going to attract things like you. So like attracts like, you know, with the law of attraction. And so once you're vibrating at a certain level and you stay vibrating at that level and you just keep going up and up, then I feel like the bubble love phase, when you're staying open and honest and genuine and you continue to just love, open hearted, um, and stay in your heart space. I feel like the bubble love phase or the honeymoon phase can last indefinitely if you are able to sustain the energy. You are, you know, physically, you're both taking care of yourselves. You're both looking amazing, taking care of your skin, your hair, your nails, all the parts of your body are taking care of yourself physically, but you're also working on yourself spiritually, taking care of your spiritual growth and reading or letting, you know, meditating, or you're visualizing, you're getting proper rest, you're trying to, you know, be quiet at times and letting God communicate with you. So there are so many different things that you're working on: friendships, family relationships, all these things, repairing, healing, growing, getting to be your best self. And when you're doing that, the two of you can sustain this, what they call the bubble love phase, or, you know, whatever, the honeymoon phase or whatever. And definitely, I feel like, um, but being at a certain level of functioning allows you, I think, to continue to do that and not being defensive and not feeling like you have to slow down or stop or not be passionate. If that's who you really are, that you can just keep going and you have a partner that you know you can trust, that's not trying to hurt you. They're not trying to be self-righteous. They're not trying to do anything to harm you or to take advantage of you. And they don't want you taking advantage of them, but they have rules and you have rules, and both of you are okay with the rules that you have, because basically you're mirrors of each other. So the mirror soul thing is really important for you to be able to see yourself. And if there's something that needs to change, then you are willing and open to do that with each other, to be vulnerable, and to, instead of getting defensive, to say, that's right, I said or I did something. I need to make it better. I need to figure out a way so that I'm not doing that. And so If you're giving, you are working on this balance, this reciprocity of you give, but you also are open to receiving. So then you don't feel resentful because you've given everything and now you're looking at the other person like, why are they not giving? You didn't give them a chance to, you didn't tell them what you needed or wanted, you didn't ask them. And so it's important for you work on your stuff so that you're not hurting others. All right, so I know this video has gotten longer, so I'm gonna stop for now. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Of course, I want you to continue to, I encourage you to watch, read, listen to things that are gonna lift you up, lift your spirits, stay around or surround yourself with people with good energy. Um, Continue to glow up. You are both looking amazing, and of course, people are staring, but it's also the energy that you're carrying and the combination of the two of you together. It's been a wild experience for some people if they get the two of you in the same room together because you're very powerful together. Um, we're waiting to see it all unfold, but the templates, people that are embodying those templates are coming more and more to the forefront so that they can really show people how it's done. And the two of you, we know, have work to do together. It's just more, continuing to stay on the path. But because of how much you love it, it doesn't feel like you're putting time or energy into anything because it's giving you so much back. All right, so let me stop for now. Again, thank you for joining me. As always, happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. All right, love y'all. Bye for now.